talk show kind of, fake enthusiasm. You guys can do that. Let's try it. Yeah.
A lot of good memories here, and I hate to see this place demolished. This was my first studio, the first secret location. It was at Ryland and Grace, by the way, and we've kind of enshrined it now. We make a little bit of money off of it. It's a tour that you can attend Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5 p.m. So a small admission fee is required. But as you can see, cameraman, you get a shot up there in that window. You can see that that was where the show was shot from, in that window right up there. You can still see a few things in there. I'd like to get in and get them, but there's a lien on my property for back rent, and I can't get in there. But maybe I can get in there while they're demolishing it. And a really interesting note about this building is up there on the fire escape, if you can catch a look at that. It's the mortal remains of my first cameraman, Mr. Leroy Defaced, who gave his life in the line of duty on my fourth show. He was brutally mauled and killed by this rock band named Guar. And strange thing, in his will, his last wish was to be burned alive and skewed with the stake and permanently affixed to the side of the building. So there it is. This is only in America. Let's go over here and take a look at the tour, a little closer look at the tour of the first studios, which you can attend Monday through Friday. Right this way. Oh, we've got a few people coming in right now for the tour. Yep, here's the first studio. There's some great wax figures in here. It's only $5. All the people that have been on my show, done in wax. There's one of me. It doesn't look anything like me, really. But I know the combination. Come on inside. I'll give you the tour. Can't seem to get in here. I don't know what the problem is. Hey, let me in. Let me in.
Hey, $5.
$5. I'm the host of the show. What do you mean $5? It's my studio. What's going on here? Ken.
I don't know you from Jack and the Beanstalk.
Hold it. Wait, look, pal. This is Dave Jensen. He's the studio star.
Jensen Smensen. I don't know, Dave.
Look, Dave Jensen is the basis for your economic well-being, my friend.
There's 1,000 jerks on TV.
Hey, let us in here. Dave, call the authorities.
Hey, I can't deal. I can't deal. I'm going to the trailer.
All right, listen up, everybody. Dave has been safely secreted in his trailer. We have a SWAT team in place, so we're going to knock out that guy who just isn't paying attention to any protocols at the Studium tour. And then, look, can we run a couple of those clips? Just segue, run the clips. All right? Everybody with the M16, follow me. Oh, yeah. Segue. Dave on a roof, Dave doing a tune, some really cool stuff.
The Alaskan Malamute, proud, powerful, and profitable. Thanks to the scientific laboratories of Titan Test Tubes and a grant from the Dave Jensen Show, these magnificent dogs can now be cloned, incubated, and grown to full maturity in only 3 months. An Alaskan Malamute sells for $350 to $400, and you can easily see the enormous potential for profit that this new process holds for dog breeders worldwide. The secret formula accidentally discovered by a popular talk show host could become the growth industry of the 90s. Eskimos harnessed this impressive dog to survive the grueling conditions of the Arctic climate. The Alaskan Malamute is genetically linked to the Arctic wolf. Mother Nature, in her slow and awkward evolutionary process, took thousands of years to develop the Alaskan Malamute that we love and sell today. Nature, unaided by science, takes 6 to 8 months to incubate the fertile egg, and natural dog birth is messy and not pleasant to watch. Mother Nature, without the fatherly assistance of man, has created a dog that takes 3 years to reach maturity. Much too long to make a noticeable difference on your balance sheet. But not now, because of an accidental discovery made during experiments with cold coffee fusion. This TV talk show host could quite possibly be remembered 50 years from now as the unwitting father of test tube dog breeding. Science towers over nature once again by producing a fully grown Alaskan Malamute from test tube to team leader in only 3 months. Here at Titan Laboratories, the secret formula, patent pending, is administered to the growing experiment daily, and they are systematically caged and grouped during the entire 3-month cultivation. Titan test tubes, building a better dog. Titan is also the creator of these other fine products. Look for the secret dog growth formula, soon available in an easy-to-use shake-and-bake bag. The Alaskan Malamute, proud, powerful, and profitable. Dave?
If you all just quiet down, all right, let me bring you up to date. Dave has been secreted in his trailer. He's traumatized. Yeah, he's going to be okay. Dave is in his trailer. The SWAT teams have been here. They've dropped cyanide and nitrous oxide bombs on our friend, the studio guide, who had messed up the scene and had obviously had some personal problems. We're going to check that out now, try and get back into the studio. And could we cue those clips of Dave? I don't know if he's going to be back later or not.
Well, Dave, I thought we had an arrangement like you would only shoot close-ups.
Okay, close-ups.
Well, Dave, it sure is good to be back on your show again. I've been undergoing extensive surgery here since the last time I was on your show. I got a new outlook on life now, and I thought I'd tell the viewers about it. Just forgive. Forgive what people do to you. Turn the other cheek. Look away. Because only there is happiness. Only there is peace. Learn to forgive this man. I forgive him. I forgive him for cutting off my head. This guy cut off my head here, man.
I'm sorry about that. I'm truly sorry.
I don't have a clip of They Eat Their Young for you. I've been able to sing with that band for 2 months now due to an accident that occurred last time I was on the show. But I forgive him. I forgive him now. Learn to forgive him. For cutting off my head. He cut off my head, man. He cut off my head, man.
Well, you were in that band Rin Tin Tin, weren't you? I remember you all had long blonde hair.
I haven't been able to sing with my band, and maybe some of you Richmond viewers will remember me from my other band in Richmond, Rin Tin Tin. We all had the long blonde hair, and we were named after that famous dog, but I had to quit the band because I got this scar here from this man. He's part of the media machine, man. You can't fight it. Something weird going on here, man. You can't fight it, man. It's beyond our control, man.
For quite a while. I've seen a couple of your musical efforts, and I've got to ask you about my guitars. Now, I know I was wrong to cut off your head, and I'm sorry. But why did you steal my guitars?
I was on the show, man. And we played a song for this man. We did, man. We played him a tune, man. And for payment, I took a guitar. I took a guitar for payment. And he came in there and he cut off my head, man.
Do you have a clip that we could play?
No. Rin Tin Tin. Buy my last album, Rin Tin Tin. I need the money for surgery. I got a clip here. I got a clip here for you, man. This clip will tell you what this guy did to me, man. It'll show you what he did to me. Hey, man. Yeah, man, play that clip, man.
I'm honored to play that clip.
Man, beat me out of here, man. Let me go, man.
Yeah, stretch her up here, please.
Yeah, man, start the tape right here. I want to show the people. He won't be expecting me to play this tape for him, man. It'll show the true story. It'll tell what really happened, man. Yeah, me and my buddies, we came on there and we graciously played the man a tune. This man on his talk show. And there was nobody there to cut us a check, man. So, we had to get paid. No one was there to cut me the check. And we talked about it and we said, hey, we'll just take the guitars. For payment. We just take them guitars. It wasn't just me, man. Right here, crank it up, man. Who would
Hey, how'd you know it was me? I wouldn't know I could tell. It's your hair, man. Your hair gave you away. What do you think?
Please don't kill me. Don't
You
kill me.
came in here, you stole my guitars.
Please don't
You don't
kill me.
have them, you don't know where they are.
Please don't kill me.
I should kill you.
No,
I
don't
should-
kill me.
What do you think I should do with them?
Dave, put the sword down, Dave. Dave, you kill me, are you really? You're a
Should
local,
I kill them or what?
you're a local television personality. You have responsibilities.
Yeah, we'll kill them.
Don't kill me, please.
Kill
Don't
him.
kill me.
All right, boy. Get ready. You're gonna die.
Calm down a second. All right, thank you. Now let me just bring you all up to date on what's going on. Dave has been secreted in his trailer. He's traumatized. Yeah, he's going to be okay, but he's traumatized right now. We're hoping he can join us a little bit later. The SWAT guys came in. Come on, follow me this way. The SWAT people came in. They cyanide and nitrous oxide our friend, the studio tour guide, who was giving us troubles. And now we're going to try and get into the studio, get the materials we need, pump Dave full of some effervescent drugs, and get right through. But we need to run a couple clips, would you, Morty? A couple clips. I mean, segue, clip, and then hopefully Dave will be back. All right.
Let's get right down to it.
Let's look at the clip.
Well, before we look at the clip,
Yeah,
I want to ask you, what is the meaning of life? I'm not going to let you get away from this.
The meaning of
Let's
life?
have it.
Well, I'll tell you, personally, I'd have to answer that the meaning of life is something I couldn't tell you about. Because when you're talking about meanings, you're talking about things behind words.
I think it's personal to each individual, if there is a meaning at all.
I think the meaning of life is probably not only having your own television show, but actually having people watch it.
Don't try this at home. Let's go ahead and play the clip. Let's see it. How was the time on that one?
About 2:30.
All right.
That one, you did damn
Okay.
good. I think we do one more.
You gonna let him get away with the meaning of life?
The meaning of life, though, that's what I want to
See,
see.
that's kind of
I can't believe that little jerk. I can't get in the door of my own studio. And I'm late again on my production schedule, so I'll probably have to play the footage anyway. Everyone's laughing at me. No one takes me seriously. I'm sick of this TV business. And I really do hate trailers. I feel like a sardine in a tin can. Good. I hear gunshots. Maybe they're finally taking care of that little guy. That little
Little tour guide with the plunger. I hate him. Hey, during the confusion, I can sneak out of here. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that's what I will. You know, this tie is awfully tight. And this jacket's mighty uncomfortable. I'm gonna get out of here during the confusion.
Dude, you look like a man who's down on his luck. The only way to cure the blues is to play the blues.
But let's not have any discussions about my personal life and my personal problems. Just give me a ride to I-95. I'm heading north to D.C.
And you can keep on running, but your problem's gonna always be biting on your heels wherever you go. See, it's not where you are, it's who you are.
Let's not get involved with any personal problems or my personal life or anything. Just take me to I-95. I'm heading north to D.C. Okay?
That TV thing you do, and it's good, but you're breaking from the stress. See, the problem is you've got no blues in your soul.
Listen, thanks for the free analysis, Mr. Freud Jr., or whoever you are.
You think I gave you a ride by chance?
Not some sort of psycho killer, are you? Oh my God, I'm sitting on plastic.
Just relax, mate. There's a hole in the seat, and I'm an agent of fate. Been spreading the blues. I got a little test for you. There's a harp in the glove box. Go on, pull it out. Come on now, let's see what you got. Oh, Lord, no. Hold on, son. Hold on, let me stop the car. Hold on. Hold your bag that you need. It's magic blues powder, made from the ashes of Robert Johnson. And you need it like no one I ever seen. Magic blues powder, made from the ashes of Robert Johnson. Just rub some of that on your face and hands. Go on, rub it in. Then we'll see how you do. Yeah.
Whoa, man, I love the blues. I love the blues.
Let's try it now. Hey, whoa! See, I told you.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you feeling it now?
Well, I threw away my tie and jacket, locked me out my studio. Well, I threw out my tie and jacket, yeah, I did, and they locked me out my studio. And my life has changed now. I met a blues deity from Chicago. He gave me some powder, yeah, he did, rub it on my face and hands. He gave me that magic powder, yeah, he did, and I rub it on my face and hands. I gave away a life of fame and fortune, yeah, I did, to be a blues man.
All right, tear your heart out now, son.
Whoa.
Now you got somewhere you gotta be.
Thanks, man. Hit my.
Yeah.
All right, if you all just calm down, I'll give you what the situation as we have it right now. Dave has escaped. I mean, Dave has left during the confusion and the gunshots. He was last seen wearing a gray T-shirt and getting into an ethereal blue satellite. Ethereal? Let's just say this vehicle's tires do not touch the ground, if you catch my meaning, if you catch my drift. Now, that's all I have right now. I'll get back to you. I've got a show to do. Thank you. That's enough. Thank you. Just find him and bring him back here. You with the M16s, go out there and bring him back. I've got a contract here. Dead or alive, it doesn't matter. We'll prop him in a chair and shoot it somehow. We've done it before.
Okay, why don't we do this one? Same song, different words. Dave, you come up here. All right, Dave. Let's lay it on the list, bro. Let's get him to play some drums. It's about time, Dave. All right. Are you ready for the blues? You say yeah. All right, that's everybody. That's everybody. All right, my lady, she came up to me and she said you've been messing When your man is, when your man is gone. I got back to the trailer, but we'll play another.
Blues Deity from Chicago. Glad to meet you.
Will Dave return to television? Will the blues dust wear off? Will Dave continue north to DC? And will Dave ever get in the studio? Will the director spontaneously combust? And what of that mysterious blues deity? Find out the answers coming to a television set near you.
Bring your Rugrats and they'll get in for only $4.75. You can see wax figures and wax figures of body parts. We even have defaced space in a glass case. We rescued it from those strange fellows you saw in the last show. Anyway, as I said, it's kind of a museum quality studio tour. Defunct studio now, so we don't do any studio work. But there'll be cameras around. Perhaps if you inquire in the right places, you too can be on his show. So, hurry up now, because it's going to be demolished here pretty soon. So, come now, several days now, only $5.
We got Santa Claus on the show, huh? He's got some gifts to give out. Isn't that sporty of you?
Ho, ho, ho!
All right, thanks, Santa. Boy, this is worth about 3 cents, huh? Well, thanks for the cheer. You look a little more. Could you cut that audio off a second?
Sure, Dave.
Yeah, cut the audio off, if you would, please. You look like you've been working out, like you've been lifting weights. You know, you look a little bigger. I imagined a fat man with a white beard, and you look like you've been working out.
Well, you're right, Dave. I've been working out hard too. Not just on little boys and girls' toys either. I've been working out hard on my body to get through these tough streets, like in Richmond, for instance, and all over the country and all over the world.
It is getting rough out there.
And nothing's going to stop me this year to bring every little boy and girl all their toys. I'm going to make it through all the crack cities. I don't care how hard it is. Nobody's going to stop me. I'm going to make it to every little boy and girl out there in Toyland. Nothing's going to stop me this year. Me and Rudolph and all my reindeer will be coming on through, and nothing's going to stop me. The toys will be delivered Christmas Eve night, and nothing's going to stop me.
Well, that's great, Santa. I really feel for you. I hope you'll overlook those little discrepancies I had, and maybe this year I can get something other than charcoal and switches, huh?
Well, you've not been a very good boy this year from what I can see and what I've heard.
I had some arguments with the director about this, but I'm glad I could have you on anyway. Thank you, Santa, and goodbye. It's been nice seeing you. Goodbye, Santa.
Bye.
Later, Santa.
See you later.
I've been cultivating my garden for millions of years. Y'all have come along in the last few hundred and screwed it up.
Yeah, sure,
Look,
sure.
Look at
Sure,
petroleum products.
Yeah,
It's not bad enough you're eating all my animals.
World. It's my fault that the whole
Die,
world
pest!
messed up.
Die, pest!
Hey.
5 billion of you, die!
You're supposed to be the last guest here according to my schedule. What are you doing coming on out of sequence? Security. Take care of this man if you would.
Die, pest!
Get rid of that. Trash that, would you? I'd like to get back to a regularly scheduled program.
Very good.
Good. It's good money. And we would like to thank Mrs. She sent us a ruby slipper postcard. Mrs. Eugene Campbell from Connecticut. Thank you very much, and keep that money pouring in, huh? And we'd like to go ahead and conclude.
Well, that concludes another cable cast. Ken Knisley, the director, remains a lizard to this day and is the only reptile in the National Directors Guild. Chris Maxwell, the environmentalist, recovered from his injuries and collects aluminum cans for fun and profit. Pete Malika from Last Word Security Forces negotiated a hefty pay increase after this show. Lenny Dissy, cameraman and musical director, continues to work for Dave, but is secretly sending resumes elsewhere. Mike Thomas, pro wrestler and Santa Claus, is currently vacationing in the Bahamas. Mike Norris and Andy Bouchard, associate editors of Dribble magazine, continue to produce alternative literature at their own risk. And Dave, well, he's still doing that talk show thing, and during the day he waits by the mailbox for your letters. You, the viewer, we don't know what you're doing because you haven't written to the show yet, but there's still time. Take a piece of birch bark and a lump of coal and write to this address.
We're just gonna cheat from this side. See right through the facade from over here.